All right, so now that we have all the pieces UV'd, what we need to do is actually have them there. Right now, they take up the entirety of the UV space. So this is a 0 to 1 UV space. So 0 to 1 U and 0 to 1 V. Okay, that's how they define it. Because everything here is X, Y, Z, they went with U and V. So V for vertical and U for horizontal. Okay, so um, yeah, so basically we want all of this to fit here. And notice that it overlaps, which is not what we want. So we have to have them all basically fit. Um, First thing you need to do is that if you have anything that is mirrored, like I have these hands that have the mirror, just go ahead and go here and just apply it. So is anything else doing that? I think everything else exists. Okay. And then I'm just going to real quickly in here hit A, hit U, and then just unwrap minimal stretch. That way it has its own UVs, or like, they're not overlapping. Okay. I'm gonna go back into object mode. All right. So now what you want to do is everything beyond the eyes, we're gonna leave the eyes alone for now. So everything beyond the eyes, we need to basically have it fit in here. So I'm gonna go to the eyeballs. If you go up here, we can turn on the ability to select or not select. And then what I can do is go to the eyeballs. I can click on this, and now you'll see I can't click on them. All right, so we don't accidentally select those. So then what we're going to do is I'm just going to click and drag everything that we've UV'd. Okay, then we're going to hit Tab to go into edit mode. We're going to hit A to select all of it, and it's already been laid out. So now what we need to do, or it's already been unfolded. Now we need to do is have it lay out here. So to do that, you're going to go to UV, and we're going to go to Pack Islands. Just go with the defaults are fine and hit pack. And what that's going to do is it's just going to take all of the shells that we have, the UV islands, and it's just going to stuff them in here in a way that it should fit. Okay. Um, Technically, what you should do is go through and like scale these things more accordingly because some of them are taking up more space than they ought to. Like if you look, these hands are pretty large. And look how big these shoes are. I don't need that much UV space in there. But I don't really want to go through and um, let's see. Can I scale this down? Let's say we scale these down because I don't need these to be very long. And let's also do, let's say, the inside the beak, right? So I hover over it, hit L. Let's click off first. Hover over it, hit L, and then just S and scale that down. Because there's just a bunch of pieces that I don't need to be very large. Let's hit this to L. For some reason, the UVs are weird on this. So let's go ahead and do U and unwrap minimal stretch. Okay. Um, that's better. Then we'll just hit L over top of it, S, and I'm just going to make it roughly the same size as the ones that were there before. I'm not sure what happened there. This is the other part of the beak, so I'm going to hit click off first, hit L, and then we'll hit S and scale that down. These are just the insides, so basically the inside of the mouth. And then let's just grab everything again. We'll do U, and let's go ahead and pack islands. Again, go with the defaults, and let's see if that will make them fit a little bit better. So yeah, it did. So you can see the scaling did help. So if you notice that some things are too big or they're bigger than they ought to be, or they're too small, you can scale them down. So like also like the bottom of the feet here, you're never going to see these. So like these make sense to also scale down. I'm not going to worry about overlap. The chest here needs to be larger. So I'm going to click off. I'm going to hit L, and then let's hit S and scale that up a little bit. I would like that to be bigger. Um, and there's the pants and the sleeves and things. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. What's going on here? Oh no, that's just because it's overlap. No, this is weird too. I'm gonna hit L on this. I'm gonna hit U, and let's unwrap minimal stretch again. And then I'll just hit L over top of this and S and scale that down again. I'm not sure what's going on, why these got weird on me. Okay, that's better. All right, so then we'll hit A, UV, and we will once again just pack the islands. But basically, you can just scale things bigger and smaller depending on the needs. Okay, so now we got them all in one. They all fit in one space because we're going to use one image texture to paint all of these items. So all have the same material applied, even though technically they're separate objects. I'll hit Tab to get out of object mode. So you can see they all exist on their own, but they don't overlap. So they all share the same UV space. All right, that's what we need to have done. Now we can actually start sculpting and painting and such on the characters.